cheers, and enjoy the beers. Yes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome once again to the new live show with me, Disco, coming out with more live beer reviews from in front of the cans and bowls here on the bar. How I'm still stoutly calling the Disco Arms. Welcome, one and all. Unusual for me to do a Sunday show. Don't normally have a lot of time on a Sunday. I thought we'd give it a spin because, as you know, I like a bit of alliteration. And as you can see from the banner down the bottom, and I don't know why the banner's in black and white or grey and white. One of the many technical difficulties faced on the show. Suddenly the banner's in black and white. I could swear blind they were green before. Seem to have messed that up. But yes, a little bit of a Sunday session because why not? Personally, I haven't got to get up for work in the morning. And I've got plenty of things to do. But I hope you guys are all good. And I've had a great weekend. Mr. Wilson popping in, as always. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, little icon change. I have no idea what that is. Is that some computer game thing? It's in the right colours anyway, green and black. Mersey, thanks for popping in. Yeah, I think they have. I didn't check properly. I didn't even check where I'd put the video, so it was all a bit, as always, a bit hit and miss, but we get there. I'm going to leave that for now. It's not a terrible colour. It looks all right. It's kind of stand out in it, but yeah, I have to go and have a look in themes at some point. But yeah, I hope you've all had a great weekend. What has been for me is more working. Lovely weather, and it's still light outside. So yeah, left the curtains open. It gives us a certain different glow to proceedings. But yeah, so tonight I'm going with the alliteration of Stout Sunday. I see it over on Instagram quite a lot, and I never quite ever get around to doing it. So I got a bunch of stouts in. As you know, I kind of like a stout here or there or several. And I got some slightly less run-of-the-mill, perhaps, stouts. Something a bit confusing, something a bit unusual, and something I just don't know why I'm doing it. For example, this is the one I don't know why I'm doing it. Beer number one, please. Hey, I learned that off Adam. Get the beer on the desk during the slide. So yeah, beer number one is absolutely ridiculous. I saw it in Aldi, and I'm like, this is going to be terrible. All the others of this range have been universally panned. I didn't mind some of them, and it sat there on the shelf, and I thought, you know what? I'll have a little look at it at some point, and that was like 4 months ago or something. It's been sitting there, haven't quite known what. I was going to do a video of it with, like, you know, how bad can it be kind of video. Never got round to it. So it's Stout Sunday, so this might not last very long. I shouldn't go into these things with these kind of prejudices against certain things, but we all know what's coming here. Let's get it into the glass and have a look, shall we? Yeah, pause. Kind of Coca-Cola thin. Nice head development, though. Oh, there's that fizz. I really don't want stouts to be fizzy. I don't get that. Yeah, so it's fizzed into the glass. Good head development. I expect that to dissipate fairly quickly. I don't know if I want to do a photo of this one, but as soon as we're here, let's do it anyway. Never got around to doing the write-ups for Thursday's one this weekend. I was going to do that today. And then I was technically off today. I just went in anyway and did some cleaning that needed to be done. I didn't get around to doing yesterday. So, yeah, spent the day up at the brewery again. Didn't actually have a beer this time because I drove up there, try and get there and back quickly. Oh dear, that doesn't look great at all. I can't blame the photograph not looking great for the beer not being any good. That's terrible, but it's weird this half light. I can't quite get it to focus properly. Oh, that'll do. There we go. Yeah, so I guess you guys I guess you guys know about this beer. Found it in Aldi. It's a collab of sorts. I guess they call it. The head has dissipated a little bit, but it's still sitting there. Yeah, with Seven Brothers Brewery up in Manchester, put out under Aldi's Hop Foundry. It says, and this is what gets me, marshmallow flavour. Surely it's just marshmallow, isn't it? You don't need the flavour bit, but here you go. Had some beers yesterday, but in the office early. Fair play. Yeah, I'm not in the office, although technically I'm working from home tomorrow because I've got a bash the old pub quiz together for Sunday at some point. Since I'm off Monday and Tuesday, that's the time to do it. The free, yeah. There's no irony. There needs to be some sarcasm emoji on that one, I think. Yes. I always pass over the Hogsback comment. I'm going to say something at some point, but yeah. Contract brewer, isn't it? Right, let's get this over and done with pretty quick. Nothing much on the aroma, a reasonable kind of stoutiness. I can't smell anything sweet or marshmallow. I'm not even sure how old this beer is, so we'll check that in a minute. In the meantime, cheers and enjoy your Stout Sunday beers. Yeah. Yeah, I think that about sums it up, really. Not the best stout. I'm not even sure I want this one. There's some roasty kind of stout type notes in there. It's kind of all there or thereabouts. There's a mild sort of suggestion of fruitiness, kind of pink marshmallow thing going on. There's nothing like astringent or off about it. It's just a bit thin and yeah, a bit insipid, really. It's quite sweet. There's a bit of sweetness there. There's a sort of vague marshmallow. I don't know. I think this is bad review because I've already gone in with it thinking it'll be bad. But there is a sort of kind of Coca-Cola-esqueness about it. That, yeah. I mean, everybody else has drunk this already before me. This has been out for months. I mean, all right, only 4.5%. It is kind of drinkable. It's got some kind of dark bit of chocolate notes going on. Yeah, very thin. There is some flavour. I have to be fair, I think. I have to be honest. There is some dark bit of chocolatiness going on. The flavour comes a little bit later, but yeah, it's just noticeably really thin up front. Sorry, White Gloves, Biz. I saw one of your videos the other day. Thanks for popping in. Keep up the good work. You're working from home in the afternoon, but after training in the morning. Fair play. Yeah, it's difficult to work from home from a brewery, so I do say I'm working from home when I'm just writing the quiz. Hard to get body on. Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah, I'm not expecting a big fluffy white, off-white kind of head with this one, but when it fizzes like that, you just know it's going to be a bit thin in Coca-Cola, don't you? Really. I don't think it's hard. I think some breweries just don't really try. Just, you know what I mean? What's the quality? What's the QT on that? What's the quality testing mean for a beer like this? Like, yeah, a bit thin, watery, a little bit insipid, but you know, there's a medium sweetness to it. Doesn't really taste like marshmallows, but we'll just say it's marshmallow flavour. I mean, how long does that meeting last? It's like, oh well, we've got 10,000 cans at this gaff now. We'll have to put it out. Aldi will buy it. People will buy it. Don't know. I'm not being too harsh. There's a little bit of body to start with, but then it just goes kind of thin around the edges. Yeah, I'm not getting out and out marshmallow off of it. it's sort of it's hints at a vague sweetness, and if you think about marshmallow, you might be able to get there. Yeah. The other day, I've got 4% chocolate milk stout on the bar. It's way better than this and has better body and isn't as thin and fizzy. So it is kind of possible. I just like, yeah. It's the sort of one, because there is that kind of mid palate bit of chocolate bitterness there. So it's not marshmallow, but it's the sort of one that, and I've been finding this a lot about stouts recently. Just yeah, there's no point buying it if you're then going to mix it with a better stout to get it drunk. But that is what possibly could happen. You know, you just get a regular stout, non-adjuncted or whatever, maybe an oatmeal stout, and then you've got 2 pints of perfectly drinkable beer. Just one makes the other one better. I don't know why you would do that, but if necessary to get through it. I mean, I'm drinking it. It's all right. It is drinkable, but it's not amazing. And it's very, very carbonated. Well, this is it. Yeah, I think we all know. Don't we? Why I'm not going to be too heavy on it. Really, has to be brewed at a price point, a low price point. Exactly. That means none or little oats. Yeah. Let's have a look then. Yeah, best. Well, yes, probably. I think so. I mean, I've had 1 or 2 even in this range. The pineapple one wasn't bad. I think I did a video about that. Maybe I'll get it up on screen if I can remember later on. It's really hard to bodge up a stout though, really, isn't it? And just bring something really average. I say it's drinkable enough. It's got that mid-range kind of body, but it's just a bit Coca-Cola on the edges. I've just read the first line, right? This beer will have you saying, "Give me s'more." No, if I never drink this again, I'll be fine. A smooth, yeah, kind of in the middle there. Mellow stout infused with magnificent marshmallow. Looks like like a bit of alliteration too. Magnificent marshmallow flavour. Perfect companion for when the nights are drawing in. Still kind of almost light outside, but it is drawing in about now, yeah. Yeah, it's not the perfect one. It's just, at that price point, like Mersey says, 170, was it 179? I'm guessing. Sort of, yeah, it's sort of all right, I suppose. If you're drinking beers on a price point and like a stout, it is slightly less watery around the back end than a can of draft Guinness. I've got to say that for it. It's got slightly more roasty, bitter chocolate flavour than a can of draft Guinness. If you could stomach 2 or 3 of these, after 2 or 3 of these, you wouldn't really notice, to be fair. Maybe mix it with a can of Guinness. That could improve it. Have you had the Irish cream stout yet? I've got a bottle, but not opened it. What, you mean from the thumbnail? You mean this one? I have not had it yet. But in order to improve this glass of bang averageness, I thought we'd see what this is like. So this is the Ballycastle limited edition, it says. I think it's still on there. Stout flavour country cream. That's the one you mean. Yeah. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do, I think we can have a little Stout Sunday session, can't we? Now, what's the best way with this one, do you think? Because I'm intrigued with this. Is it going to be like an Irish cream with a kind of stouty, chocolatey flavour? Is it going to be out and out stout flavour, or is it? Yeah, I don't know. Am I sipping this or am I necking it? Not sure. Slauncher. Oh my gosh. I photo reminder. Yeah. And sip. I went a bit late with that one. That's really interesting. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to necessarily be black. It's kind of toffee coloured, isn't it? Really. Yeah. It's kind of sort of. I don't know. Can you see? Yeah, it's kind of off milky white, kind of toffee coloured. It's really. I think. Do you know what? I think what it might be attempting to get near is what I know as a baby Guinness, with your coffee liqueur and Baileys. Is it Baileys? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so your Irish cream liqueur and coffee. There's not quite so much coffee in there, but there is a slightly. It's weird. I was expecting the white. Okay, I was thinking it might be like darker, like stout kind of coloured. But yeah, it is a kind of odd colour. It's not displeasing colour, like, because it suggests kind of toffee. It's nice. I mean, it's an Irish cream liqueur of, non-standard name. I'm not going to take a photograph of this one actually because that's going to be really difficult. I might do one. Yeah, I might do one later. Oh, I don't know. Let's do one. Yeah, go on. Let's do one. You can tell which of the two I'd rather be drinking. Let's see if I can. No, because of the. Might work. Let's just put you guys down there for a sec, see if I can catch that again. It's not too bad. It's just the height of the bottle compared to the shot glass. I mean, what I normally do with these kind of things, these kind of bottles, and Ballycastle are, to be fair, pretty good in cornering the kind of cheaper end of the Baileys type market, because Baileys come out with different flavours and types. And Ballycastle are some different ones, to be fair. I'm looking at the pina colada one in the moment at my Aldi. My Aldi's not that great, but there you go. But yeah, what I'm getting is this kind of toffee note, but also it's kind of there's a slight smokiness to it. It's nice. It's proper smooth and creamy. It's got a little kind of spirity edge to it. I'm not really one for reviewing spirits too much. Do you know what? I was thinking about that, and what you mean? Put it in there? Yeah, I'm not sure. That's probably going to That's probably not going to work, but it's not going to make that even any worse, is it? Is it a cream egg Ballycastle Easter? I did not see that one. I probably would have picked that. I mean, that's just going to be a sweet mess, but yeah, it's not in mine. Pina colada one is the one in mine, and that orange one, which is sort of Reese's coloured bottle. But I mean, this is lovely. It's kind of my thing. What I tend to do these is put it in a pint glass. Usually with some other spirit, usually amaretto or brandy or something like that, and just make it into a long drink with milk, sometimes over ice. Makes for a really lovely finish to an evening for me. I'm not big on spirits. I don't finish on whiskey or anything out like that. But I do quite like a long milk drink with it. Jamie, hi, how you doing? Yeah, not too bad. I've got some shots on. Patronus, I guess. Yeah, solid. Oh, yeah, I just went with the alliteration of Stout Sunday. Yeah, this is going to be too much. Don't know whether to put that over there. Let's put that in there like that. Right. Yeah. So, I don't think I'm gonna because that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I will do one to the other. A little bit of a chaser. I think it's got a sort of savoury is what I'm thinking. There's something I had the other day that exactly nails that taste, and I can't think what it is. But it's got that kind of slightly savoury. I'll tell you what it reminds me of, and I don't like this. Remember that condensed milk drink a while back, and it actually looks like that as well. I only ever tried one. I really didn't like it, but this has got that kind of thing about it. Nice sticky sweetness, butterscotch. There's a little bit of butterscotch going on in there as well. If I'd had it straight off, yeah, I would have said toffee and butterscotch, not stout. There's no, I don't know where. I'd love to know. Where does the stout thing come from? I doubt it has any information. Please drink responsibly. That's not a note for me, is it? Chugging back shots. I mean, I really do, but I tell you what, it's good fun. 12%. Specially produced for Aldi, so it is an Aldi brand. Don't know who Ballycastle are. Yeah, nothing in the way of ingredients like you get with a beer. But yeah. This is what I'm thinking. Or what tastes more like a stout? Oh, to be honest, of these two Aldi products, this tastes more like a stout because it has got that kind of background roasty kind of dark bit of chocolate, malty kind of note. It's not amazing. It's not the best stout. This for me is kind of toffee butterscotch, and a sort of I know what it is. That smokiness in the background is that kind of Marmite kind of yeast extract flavor. That's what it is. It's some kind of yeast extract. Do you remember that? Do you remember that Camden Marmite stout? That had that kind of slightly umami kind of yeasty barbecue, slightly smoky flavor, and that's what this has got. It doesn't make it bad; it makes it weird. But hey, it kind of works in a way. Not a fan of stouts. No, fair play. Not everybody is. I'm kind of naturally drawn towards them because of that balance across the flavors and not a massive hop bomb. But I do like some hop stuff as well. But it's just a rip off. No, that's Velcro. Velcro's a massive rip off. Belly's used to be with the Irish whiskey that didn't meet quality control. Really? Oh, I see what you mean. Right. So they use it to cream it and make it into Baileys. That's funny. So that tastes more like a stout, but that's got that. Yeah, I think I know what that is. I think it's that kind of yeast extract kind of note. The trouble is, apart from the 12%, if I had that in a pint glass, I'd know it's not a beer. But yeah, I could neck a pint of that. That is dangerous. So there's no odd flavors particularly there's no off-road flavors that make it bad. It's just that kind of weird umami, kind of Marmite kind of taste, that kind of yeast extract kind of thing. I like it. It is weird. Like I say, I'd make it into a long milk drink rather than necking shots of it. But it's a good drinking game. Good drinking game. Give people a shot at that and ask them what they think the flavour is. What it definitely does enhance this kind of fairly bang average, which is meant to be a bang average stout. Let's be honest, as Adam says, it's brewed to a price point. It's kind of, yeah, it does the job at whatever it was, 179. I can't remember. Let's have a look. How long ago did I get it? Is it still in date? I mean, I got that about a month ago. Oh, hello. Fucking hell. Guile 1375, best before end, the 26th of February, 2026. So I must have got that probably at the beginning of the year. Can't believe they put more than a year's date on the best before. But yeah, to my surprise, a banging date stout. There you go. What this does is get this slightly more towards marshmallow, I think. It gives it that extra little bit of sweetness. This is more, like I say, that kind of dark bit of chocolate thing going on. I went out, I've got loads of things I was going to say and I've completely forgot. I might have another shot of that in a minute. Yeah, stouts generally, especially the higher ABV stuff. That'll be an Imperial of some kind, sub 10%, I guess, at 2034. Yeah, I got one or two of them too. I'll get around to these eventually. This is why I call this Bash the Stash, because, I mean, to be fair, these aren't particularly old, so I don't need to do them. But when you're talking a 4% or 4.5%, it's gonna be okay for a year, but after that, and when it's not that great in the first place. Here's the thing, right? Talking about stouts, I was going to pick up a certain. I'm trying not to say the name in a stout stream. Going to pick up a certain brand's ancillary products and items. Like there's a whole range of stout-based snack foods. But I never got around to it. When I was thinking about this stream last week, I was wandering around the supermarkets, including Aldi. And as I said this on Adam's stream the other day, I was looking for a mild. And I came up with a dead end. Only the one mild that I was going out for. I was looking for another one to do the stream, which I'll do tomorrow, I believe, if I get it sorted and set up. But yeah, I was looking for some other stout products. And all I came up with this, and I can't remember which one it was. I don't think it was Aldi or Lidl. It might have been B&M. I came up with this. Anybody heard of this one? This one interested me. A porter cake. Now, I had a good roast earlier. Didn't actually have any dessert. Didn't have time. So it is. I read the description. It is. I've never heard of this, or if I have, I've forgotten about it. A rich, moist fruit cake made with sultanas, mixed peel and spices, flavoured with Irish stout. They don't dare to say which Irish stout. Obviously it's called porter cake rather than stout cake, but stout porter, that's the thing. Yeah, the ingredients just says 2% Irish stout. So yeah, I don't know if this is the company is called O'Kane. So I'm guessing it's I don't know, is it a traditional Irish thing, like like Welsh cake or whatever? I'm not a big fan of fruit cake. And that's been cut really badly, so I'm going to take the end bit. So yeah, I'm not gonna photograph this one, and I'm not normally. I've just got some cake crumbs on the laptop, so that's going to be awkward. Right, yeah, I'm not normally one for eating on camera, but if it involves a beer product, then let's give it a go. Hey, yeah, cheers. A little bit dry on the outers, but there is some. I've had the end piece, so there is some moisture there. But I'm sort of like, it's just a fruitcake. I've no idea. I mean, there's probably not a lot of stout in it because you wouldn't like. I don't know. I'm not one for cooking or baking, but probably wouldn't want to put too much. But there's no kind of stout flavour to it particularly. It's quite nice, reasonably moist in the middle, and a little bit dry on the outers. That's why I don't eat on camera. Will it go with it? Will it enhance a stout? Let's have a look. Wonder if you're supposed. Yeah, I think it would go much better with some butter to give it that little extra moisture. Yeah, no, I've never heard of it either. White Glove's just cracking open a Thornbridge Porter, the old market porter, I presume. Solid beer, and also fairly close to a stout in flavour, that one. Haven't had that for a while, actually. I haven't gone back to Thornbridge for some time either. Got some beer-related barbecue sauces. Oh, that reminds me, I've still got that beetroot one from McColl's to actually try. Again, eating on camera, not good. I'm going to have another bit because it's actually quite nice. And once again, makes that all the better with those kind of slightly different flavours, slightly spicier notes. You try it, yeah. Looks like I'm all right for a tea and cake this week. No, it wasn't B&M. It wasn't B&M because I only picked up the hooch from there. Super hooch. I admitted that on the show with Adam the other day, so it's fine. Pour some Ballycastle on a slice. Mr. Wilson, you are terrible. I'm not going to pour it on the slice, but I like your thinking, sir. Don't need any more of this because it's got the strength. But I will do a little half shot with it. I've done it with the stout, so why not with the Ballycastle as well? I'll have a go. Cheers. I mean, what a way to do a Sunday session. Just keep necking back the Ballycastle. Yeah. Oh, burns slightly. There's a slight alcohol burn on that bounces off the spices in it. But yeah, rather than bothering with the butter, just moisten it with some Irish cream. Why not? It's a nice cake, but it's just a fruit cake to me. And I'm normally not a big fan of sultanas and raisins in cake. Yeah, a bit fussy about that. It's a nice cake. It's really nice. Never heard of it. Let's have a quick look, shall we? You know, I like to learn stuff on this channel. So let's see what we can find about. What should we say? So we've got Irish porter cake. Don't want recipes. I want to know what it's about. Oh, well, let's do the usual source of information for this channel. They call it beer cake. Beer is a primary ingredient, not a 2%. It isn't. No. Not specific enough, really. Well, that looks nice. A chocolate bunder cake infused with stout beer. There we go. Right, there we go. Porter cake is a traditional Irish cake that some people say is associated with St. Patrick's Day. I've never heard of it. Mostly because I'm too busy drinking stout on St. Patrick's Day, but there you go. Fruit cake, traditionally made using the beer porter. Those stouts may be substituted. Okay, yeah, I must have come across it at some point. The amount of Irish, well, nominally Irish connections I kind of have, but I don't know. Anyway, I finished the stout eventually. It's not terrible. Cake's doing all right. No multi-edge to it. Not noticeably. It's just a fruitcake. It's quite a reasonable fruitcake. But it's not. Maybe because I've already killed my taste buds with this stuff, but I don't know. Right. Anyway, been to a couple of cake and beer pairing up. Okay, yeah, it is. I mean, I would tend to pair a cake with the beer of the same type. So a lemon drizzle cake with a little lemon sour or something like that, rather than cutting across the flavours. Well, that could be a show, couldn't it? We could work something out with that. Beer and cake and beer. Everybody loves the cake. We all love the beer. What's not to like? Right, I'm going to get that kind of cakey note out of my mouth. It's a really nice cake. I'm going to enjoy that for the rest of the week. That'll be tea and cake for the rest of the week assorted. Just had a can blow up in a beer cupboard. Oh no, the first casualty of summer. I did that video once. So my beer cupboard hopefully is okay. It's been okay for the last 2 or 3 years. It's in the side of the house, on the alleyway, a non-sun facing alleyway. So my beer cupboard, my beer stash is quite cool. I'm trying my hardest to get through it. I put another 6 in the beer stash on Friday, overnight delivery from Trembling Madness, one of which I'll get drunk tomorrow because it's the mild for missing mild in May. I managed to miss mild in May by a week. We're now in June. We're crashing forward to halfway through the year. Can we believe that? Well, let's crash halfway forward through the stream. I've taken a long while doing the first beer, so let's get beer number 2 out. Beer number 2, please. Beer number 2, staying obviously with the stout theme, is this one from London's Gravity Well. It's called a Boots Void. I don't know who or what Boots is and why we should void him or avoid him or whatever it is. But yeah, it's a 5%, so moving up the ABV only slightly. But I'm expecting a much bigger things from this one at 5%. A smoothie stout, chocolate banoffee pie. Not your average kind of stout, really. So I'm interested to see what the adjuncts are and what the flavours are. I'm guessing we're a stout with a bit of Hefeweizen yeast, maybe. Oh, that's an angry one. It's an angry one. Didn't really let me open it properly, but there you go. Look at that down the side of the glass. I don't know what that is, but that, yes, is properly, I say, compared to obviously the hot Foundry's attempts. Am I supposed to have shaken this up or turned it upside down or some shit beforehand? I didn't look at the instructions. It just says drink fresh, store cold. I didn't store it massively cold. It was just in the beer stash. I chose not to put it in the fridge. But that is properly smoothie, gloopy kind of stout business going on there. Yes, it is a properly smoothie type business going on, and I'm not sure whether that's an unclean glass or what. But that is, yes, I could eat that with a spoon. I haven't got it all in the glass yet, so we'll wait for the photo on that. No slacking. Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see what the head retention on that does, because it is definitely. Don't do this at home, kids. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in that glass. I think I may have nosed that up a little bit. I've been looking forward to this one a lot because I like a bit of Banoffee. It does look like a very river water muddy brown ale. I'm not going to let that put me off. Especially if I just had a little bit of that. A little bit of that froth. That is very banana-y. Not unexpectedly for Banoffee pie stout, but there's no settle on that. That is actually it's either a very, very long settle that I don't have the time for, or I've probably mispoured or not shooken up the can or something. Don't really know what to do at this point. Bear with me, I'll do the photograph in a minute, maybe, see if it kind of... No, it is a very, very muddy kind of brown colour. It's got dark outside now, so got no light to judge it against, but no, that is a very, very murky, muddy brown, but a kind of pecan mud pie kind of, or that kind of dessert kind of note. Well, let's see if we can get through to the beer, because that head is not dissipating, and I can't get much more in the glass. Maybe I've selected the wrong glass, but I somehow sense this might be some kind of decadence going on, so I wanted the bowl glass rather than my normal pint glass. Oh well. Cheers. This is a good question. How's the aroma? It looks wrong. It doesn't. It looks like I've poured it wrong. It looks like one of those smoothie sour things where you're meant to turn it all upside down to get the settle out, but not much on the aroma again because my hooter is slightly blocked. But as I say, having a little go just on the froth. The froth, which is completely staying there. There's some very distinct banana notes, and it's just pouring out. There's no more beer left in it. It's just sort of frothing the can. I cannot remember for the life of me where I picked this up from. It might have been Trembling Madness, but also I want to say Clapton Craft. I'm not sure. No, I think it was a Trembling Madness order way back before Christmas, which is weird because I don't like picking up London beers from Trembling Madness because they've travelled all the way up to York and back. But yeah, let's sort of dive in and hope for the best, I think. Cheers. Oh. Yeah, it is not wrong. It is very definitely, very aptly described as a smoothie sour. It is like a milkshake. Really is milkshake like. It's got definitely a bit of toffee, definitely lots of banana going on. I don't know what to do with that froth. It's definitely not wrong. It's just, it's stout, but not as we know it. I'm going to do this photograph and see how it goes, because I'm not sure where we're going with this. It's taken far too long as it is. it's like I've gone into a coffee shop and gone having one of your whatever unpronounceable triple-barreled names. I don't go into coffee shops very often and ask for coffee. Some kind of mocha loca blocker chocolate loca latte or whatever. In fact, if I know, I don't buy posh coffee. I move that out of the way a bit because I don't really want that in here. Yeah, stout's always going to be difficult to photograph. But yeah, it's sort of, it's not even really swirling. I'm not even sure what that's doing. I'm going to say in deference to gravity. Well, I think I probably mispoured that. I can't see anything on the can. I don't want to keep tipping it up. That says like. No, it doesn't say. No, it just says. Oh, here we go. Right, this is what it says on the can. Fortunately, I've got it vertically so I can not pour too much. A dark beer is sport. Ooh, is it that? Is that 11% hitting home wherever you are? Anyway, right. A dark beer inspired by fruit smoothie series. Not had that one either, but we've taken our smoothie beer alchemy and applied it to the dark side for this smoothie stout. For the first in the series, we've gone all in. A chocolate banoffee pie, layers of chocolate made with banana and toffee, followed by a heavy dose of chocolate cream. Of coconut cream for added luxuriousness. As with all our smoothie beers, we recommend gently rolling the can before opening to resuspend solids. I knew that was coming, and I still completely forgot to do that at the time. So that's why I've got this big chocolate sundae mess. I don't understand the alchemy. I don't understand the science of why that should be a thing. Can I just have a normal beer, please? But I love, I love this kind of mentalness. It is properly smooth. That head is not dissipating anywhere. Lots of densely smooth, tightly packed little bubbles going on in that head. And yeah, absolute dessert in a glass that I could eat with a spoon. The head is just like, yeah, chocolate cream. Absolute dessert in a glass. I'm sticking with that photograph. It looks like it's swirling around. It's not. Haven't done it justice with that glass, maybe. It is messy. It is sticky. It is a fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Yeah, lots of toffee, lots of creme caramel, lots of. I say lots of. There's lots of banana, but it's less so. It sits underneath that kind of chocolate caramel kind of thing. My table is sticky. My arm is sticky. My top lip is sticky. Oh, bear me a second. Oh, it's an absolutely hot mess at the Disco Arms tonight, and I'm here for it. I love it. It's yeah. That is possibly one of the best. The best. It's not a thing. It's not a category. The best head on a bit, but as head goes, and I hate using that term, but for head development and head retention to be so, yeah, it's creme caramel. It's like it's almost creme fraiche. It's so soft, smooth. You could eat it with a spoon. Not going to rush out and get a spoon. Do you know what I'm going to do afterwards? After I finish this, if I get through it, and I've been wanging on for nearly an hour already, I am just going to, as a finish to this, because the next one is weird as well. That will absolutely, I'm sure, take a shot of that, add some milk to it, and you've got a long cocktail. It's that smooth. It's that much of a smoothie. Whatever they do to get it like this, I'd love to know about. Wouldn't please the traditionalists. That head is mental. Yeah, if you get a cream cake and just, lick out the cream in the middle and it's a chocolate caramel cream, that's what this is. It's fabulous. I said it last week with that white stout from Vocation, where I actually went out and bought another couple. This is even better than that. I don't do beer of the year anymore, but for absolute fabulousness, I'd want another couple, and it's brilliant. It's amazing. But then you've got the cream on top, and then the beer comes through. Yes, it does look completely bizarre. So that bit of what we would normally call head, and most people go, "Oh, do you want a flake with that?" You could put a flake with that in this, and it'd be fabulous. But there is that kind of chocolate ganache, kind of smooth, creamy chocolate. You get that creaminess of the head first, and then this kind of chocolate flavour. And the beer itself is this kind of smoothness, liqueur, Irish liqueur smoothness. And yeah, they both work really well together. It does look uneven. It does look odd. But it's an experience. And it's a great beer. It really is a good beer. Even if you didn't have whatever this alchemy is, and it just had a normal size head and a really smooth chocolate Banoffee stout, chocolate bananas. Not so much on the toffee, that's more the sweetness, I suppose. It is smooth. And I'm talking liquid aero smooth. Those bubbles, absolute smooth body. Really creamy stout though. It sort of doesn't taste like a stout based on what's gone before it, but it's creamy, really actually creamy. Now I use that creamy and smooth quite a lot, but yeah, looks bizarre. It tastes fabulous, and generally tastes like a banoffee pie in texture as well as flavour. That's let's have a look. I doubt it's still available. Like I say, I can't remember when I picked it up from. I can't remember. Let's have a look. Let's have a look in a second. Hi, Lagerlocks. Good evening. Welcome. Thanks for popping in to this kind of Stout Sunday session. And yes, thank you. Congratulations on hitting one. Yes, some point, and I'll come on to that in a bit, but some point between putting the stream up and doing the stream with Adam on Thursday, without really asking for it, and I've no idea where these people came from. If you're one of them in the chat, please say hi. If not, don't worry. Thank you. But yeah, we hit 1,000 subs and raced. I started the day on Thursday on 819. Not that I'm looking or checking, but I happen to know. Started on 819, and I put the stream up, and suddenly I got about 80. So we were pushing the 900, and by the time I finished the stream, we was on like 950, 960. So I thought, oh, that's great. I'll do a little thing. I'll do a little video here. Come up with an idea, which will get to 1,000 first. YouTube or Instagram, because Instagram we're 954. So I thought, oh, great, straight race over the weekend. And yeah, and then by the time I woke up Friday morning, we was on 1080. We have lost 20 somehow, and we're down to 1060. But yes, thanks for pointing it out, Loglogs. Cheers for that. Yeah, not sure I pushed you over the edge. Well, I put the stream up and it went bananas. So yeah, cheers for that. That's on 1K. Yeah, thanks very much. I don't know what I'm going to do about that 1K. I did say I was going to do you meant to do like a special stream or special show, but I've got loads of stuff planned this week. I might do one on Tuesday, maybe. I'll have a look. I'll think about it. Paul Remley's ales and lagers and home brews. Great to see you. Thank you very much indeed. Still candidates at indie beer. I mean, if this is your kind of madness, give it a go. Yeah, so that head has dissipated. Well, it's not even really dissipated. I'm just taking great chunks out of it by swallowing it. But yeah, mad creamy head, mad creamy body. It's like, tell you what it's like. Go to a restaurant. I haven't done this for donkeys, but order an Irish coffee and you get different types of Irish coffee. And that's exactly what it comes out like, except cold. Yeah, and eventually you stir it in and the cream on top dissipates into the hot body of the coffee. That's exactly what it's like, but cold. And it's got that spirity edge. And the banana's fading a little, but it's still kind of there in that kind of banana cream kind of background. Yeah, like Mr. Wilson says, a really odd ratio of beer to head, and I don't know where all my beer's gone because it should be much more than that, and that was, when I started, but it's all in the head, and the head is brilliant. That creaminess. I've been using the hashtag dessert in a glass for years about stouts. I think I said it about Broken Dream at one point, but that is actually a dessert in a glass. There's a bit of, definitely got that creamy banana thing. Feels like a bit of some other fruit. I want to say orange. I don't know why that is. Do you know what? Both Indie Beer and Premier Hop I've never actually purchased from. I've probably had a look at some point. Are your British beer box almost empty? You've been banging out the reviews on that, so fair play. I've caught one or two. I'm gonna have to go and catch up with them still during the week. I'm interested in a different take about some traditional English beers. If you are as well, go catch Remedies ales and lagers. Easy to find. I should do a link, but I haven't got that lined up yet. This is hitting. This is absolutely hitting. And you know what? Also, for a 5% beer, this feels like some kind of Imperial Stout business going on. Or maybe it's hitting a couple of those along the way. I don't even need one of those to improve this. This is that in a pint glass, in a 5% beer. Yeah, just fabulously smooth and creamy, and just a big mouthful of creamy, spirity, chocolatey breakfast, not breakfast, dessert in a glass. Yeah, dessert in a glass. I was going to say chocolatey goodness. That's what I normally do. It's not a breakfast stout by any means. Although it's got that kind of creamy coffee note, creamy chocolatey note, toffee in there. And yeah, just sort of banana-y, creamy banana kind of thing going on. What else? What did I miss? I read the can, didn't I? It's allergens, not ingredients. They've got allergens, but not ingredients. What are the adjuncts? It's interesting. It says allergens, barley, wheat, oats. But yeah, it doesn't actually say the ingredients. Have they actually used like banana puree, or have they used Hefeweizen and yeast or something? I don't know. But yeah, what a fabulous beer. Despite the odd muddy kind of colour. I hope the pink smile didn't make you too sad, but it's a shadow of what it was. Yeah, well, it made me a bit sad by not finding one. But Paul's got one. A fair play. Yeah, Stephen Butler, thank you very much indeed. Happy Sunday night. I'm on the stouts, and other stuff. Yeah, nothing Irish about the stouts at all. Particularly this one is just mad. Look at the creaminess on that. Kind of really weird brown, chocolate brown colour. Don't expect that on a stout. Almost sickly creamy sweet. Some people might have a problem with that. I don't. I could say that creme caramel, creme of coffee. It's mental. Absolutely mental. In a really, really good way. It's just, yeah. I have a feeling I've done this the wrong way round, because that should be a finish. I'm kind of done now. So I'm not sure I want to go on to the next one after that, because it's really going to mess with the taste buds a little bit. Let's have a quick look. I was looking at Gravity Well, and I don't think we'll find this one, as we just said. Here we go. Stephen Butler talking about this one. What are your thoughts on, and what do we know about porter cake? We just had a little look at it. I found it in a supermarket over here, so I had a little slice of it. Never heard of porter cake, as is the rest of the chat. So a company called O'Kane's. Is porter cake a thing in Ireland? It says it. Yeah, it says got Irish Guinness. Irish. Oh, I mentioned Guinness. Didn't mean to. It's got Irish stout as an ingredient. Yeah, porter cake. Is it a thing? It's nice. It's a nice fruit cake, but is it a thing in Ireland? Or is it just a little bit of marketing or whatever? But I imagine it must have been a thing. But yeah, let me know. We're all about learning on this channel, so if you've got anything on that one, give me a shout. Well, I was looking at Gravity Well. Let's have a look. Get the website lined up. Yeah, so they're over in East London in Leighton. One of plenty of breweries over that way. 100-litre batches in a railway arch in Leighton. And a canned beer in 2020. Which culminated in the acquisition of our current unit in Tottenham, which was up and running by 2023. Yeah, one of the many East London breweries doing really good things in railway arches over there. Let's have a quick look at the shop, in case there's any I've missed. Build your box. They always necessarily want a box. Oh, yes, I saw this one on Instagram. Shall I give you this pear? A guava and pear sour. I'm not a big fan of sours, but pear sounds interesting. You don't see that in beers that much. Really like Gravity Well's artwork. Again, really clear, simple. You've got all that stuff I like. Beer name, brewery logo or name, beer name, percentage, and a wee description on the front. Plus some, fairly funky artwork. They do a lot of space kind of stuff. I've only ever had a couple of Gravity Well beers. Was pretty impressed with both of them. They do tend to kind of focus on hop-heavy IPAs, NEPAs, as double IPA there as well. Did a collab with my local, which I featured on the channel a while back, my local brewery, Pinora. A lot of space kind of related names as well. Galaxies Apart is one of their regular beers. Cosmic Dust. Less known necessarily for the sours and the stouts. In fact, they've got no stouts in there at all. I wonder what the next in the series of this, as I say. I picked it up. I'm sure it was this year. 21st of July 2025 is the best before date. No, it's not. It's not a thing. Porter cake, not a thing. Okay. It says it's nice. A rich, moist fruit cake made with sultanas, mixed peel and spices, flavoured with Irish stout. O'Kane Irish fruits. I'm not going to turn it over because there's loads of crumbs in there. Oh, you're near Leighton. Okay. You're over that East End area. I haven't been over there for a long, long time. Used to love a little trip to Leighton Orient. When what was that pub just up from the stadium? There's an old library, like a Leighton Technical. Yeah, the prices are pretty reasonable, to be fair. Vault City have just done a parent. Yes, I saw that as well. I've also just done a blinking Dubai pistachio chocolate one, which I just missed out on last week. I'm not really one for trends, but chocolate pistachio kind of amuses me. I haven't bothered to go out and get the Dubai chocolate, but it is kind of available, and one of the big brands has started doing one now. I saw it the other day. Yeah, Vault City. I had a great Vault City beer the other day. Either good or crap. It does depend because it just depends how much your palate resides on that kind of sourness scale. What I like about Vault City is that voluptuousness of a lot of their sours, like a tart fruit sorbet, or what did I describe the one as the other day? What was it? Oh, what was it? It's like a. Oh no, that was the rhubarb one. Yeah, there was one that was. What the hell? Oh, the strawberry one. It was like a strawberry mivvy because it had that kind of creaminess on the back end as well. Where'd that go? Strawberry Fields. Yeah, that was pretty good. Had that on a live stream the other week with Alien Radio. Stuff off the website is much better. Yeah. Well, I think that generally applies to most breweries almost because, as we said at the top of the show about this monstrosity, it's brewed to a price point, and the price point is as cheap as possible. So they use as little as whatever as possible. Not saying that's true for Vault City. Well, that was in the supermarket. That strawberry one, got it in Waitrose. But yeah, the supermarket stuff is meant for a bit more run of the mill, just for every man. It doesn't necessarily know about the subtleties of modern sour beer. So it's meant to be drinkable for everybody. And then some, if you like your sours, you go to some of the sour extremes. What was I going to say? Yeah, but the reason I say that was because I picked up that Vocation the other week. I did last week. I did that Naughty and Nice, that white stout from Vocation, and that's in Tesco's. And I was looking around on Vocation's website last week, and pulled the trigger. Got another couple of those, even though it says chocolate stout. It's a white chocolate stout with kind of white chocolate and raspberry, and I thought it was like kind of orange and that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that compares to the next one. So I picked up another couple of cans because they were doing free delivery. And some of their non-supermarket dippers and pale ales, just to see. I don't rush out and go for Vocation that much, but yeah, supermarket stuff is generally there for a reason. Gravity Well just done a mild as well called Kuiper Belt. Like I say, it wasn't on the website there, so they must have sold out already. I missed that one in May. Got 3 miles to do tomorrow. But I've never bought stuff off Brewtoon. I've had a couple of their cans, and I generally like what they do. I just haven't, because there's so many breweries. I've got so much beer to get through. I sometimes struggle to justify getting a particular brewery unless I've got that theme or particular interest. I mean, I shouldn't have got those Vocation beers last week. Kind of glad I did. They're okay. It was another 30 odd quid. I probably didn't need to spend for another, 8 beers. I probably didn't need to get, but a couple of them are ones I'm not going to review and stuff. Or maybe I will do that review. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that as a video if I get around to it. I've got so many videos to get around to doing. I was going to do these as videos, just because they're all so different. Kind of, yeah, that would have been interesting. But I thought I'd stick with a live, just get them out. Any other IPAs or sours from Brewtoon? Yeah, Brewtoon and another one do some good stuff. So yeah. You got a Canada Vacation to review. Fair play. It's different. It's an interesting one. It's a good one to review because it sort of takes stouts in a slightly different direction. Being a white stout, got a white stout coming up, but I've got to get through this first because this is nice. Yeah, absolutely, really nice. Mind-blowingly nice. Just so super smooth chocolate toffee. It does feel like a bit of orange, which is weird because it's not. But yeah, that kind of banana-y kind of, those banana-y esters, that kind of back end note between the banana and the toffee. It's really nice. Yeah, really amazed by that. Not because Gravity Well don't do good beers, but yeah, there's just something so different, which is why I've called the stream it's stout, but not as we know it, because it's just totally different. Totally different. They do a lemon sour. I never had it. Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of lemon sours about at the moment. We've got one just packaged as well up the brewery. But it's got elderflower, so it's a lemon sour with elderflower and lactose, so kind of creamy lemon meringue pie. But this time with elderflower, which is going to be weird. But also good. Also very, very good. Yeah, I'm losing it. Not losing it. I'm just drifting off into that. It's like a smooth, pillowy kind of creamy. It's just really relaxing and slightly decadent, and yeah, it's fabulous. Does it go well with this? Let's have a look. Cheers. Oh, it is as smooth as that. I mean, that is noticeably stronger, but it's got that kind of milky kind of creaminess going on. Yeah, they bounce off well, differently to how that one does. Oh, it's just so nice. It's just really, really, it's one of those wow beers. And I say this a lot when I put the reviews up on Instagram, and I'm 3 reviews behind on that. But this is one that's going to start with, wow, what a beer. Absolutely fabulous. Slightly insane. I wonder what would have happened if I had rolled the can like it said, if I'd actually read the instructions. I'm not sure I'm fine with beers that need instructions, because that's not how I drink. I just want to open a can, pour it, drink it, enjoy it. That's what I've done with this one, but I don't really want beers that come with instructions. I don't understand the science and the alchemy of it, but I'm really enjoying this beer. I've got really itchy nose. That's annoying. But yeah, I'm going back for more, but it's taking its time. It's like hard. It's not hard to get through. It's just so voluptuous, so much viscosity going on. And look at that. That's not lacing on the glass. That is just creamy, foamy head, so much as like alcohol legs and lacing. Yeah, wouldn't please the purist, but yeah, it's almost like they've liquidized a dozen bananas or whatever the quantity might be. And just added some liqueur to it. It's just pretty phenomenal, to be honest. Oh dear, I'm still not over last week's cough. Oh, this will coat the old throat. I tell you, this will smooth everything down. Yeah, it does. It does. This is the closest beer. Not that I've had many, but when you say a smoothie, you get smoothie sour or whatever. This is the closest beer to an actual smoothie I think I've had. And I'm blown away by it. It's fabulous, really fabulous. Yeah, much more aroma in there now. Banana, really creamy aroma as well, but still a little bit of coffee and toffee on the aroma. Yeah, whew. I'm almost lost for words in a way, but I think post stream, that's the glass. I'm not going to wash it out. That's the glass I'm going to be making a milky cocktail with, just to get through the rest of that cream. It is absolutely coating. There's still a bit of beer in the bottom, but you can't really see it on the screen for here. But if I did beer of the year, and I don't anymore, I haven't done for like 2 years since working at the brewery, because it would be proliferated by my own beers. Not my beers, but beers I've helped produce. But this that would very much. It feels like, apart from the fact you probably can't get it again, that feels like it would challenge my beer of the year just for the experience alone. Never mind the fact it tastes like a really good stout. It's just, yeah. I'm going to stop going on about it because as soon as I go back to it, I'm going to finish it, and that's it. That'll be over and done with. I want to sit that long into the night. Yeah, and maybe it's because I've had a few. I've only had a couple before and a couple of shots, but yeah, that's an interesting one. I need to know more about it. I want to get it again. It's a mad beer. Cheers. And still, there's a little bit of cream left at the bottom. Phenomenal. Oh. Okay, this is what we're going to see. Bear with me a second. I'll be right back. This is like the halfway point. This is the it's not a halftime show, but yeah, don't run off. I'll be back with another equally weird stout after these short images. Cheers and enjoy the beer. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, totally had to make some room for the next beer. How you've all stayed. Thank you very much, you beautiful, beautiful people. Yeah, a little bit more water, cleanse the palate off of that cream. That's fabulous. What a Sunday session. What a Sunday night. Right, let's move swiftly on. Come on. Beer number 3, please. Oh, just in time. Just in time. Right, beer number 3. Going higher up the ABV. Oh, no, I've missed that up. I've messed that up again. For fuck's sake. I don't know why, I thought when I wrote this up, it was 11%, and it's not. It is a mere 8.4%. So, for correctness, let's try that banner. From Siren Craft Brewing. A little 330 can, which is probably for the best on this one. Caribbean chocolate cake series that came out before Christmas, and this is the only one I picked up from it. I didn't rush out to buy it because just costs at the time, etc. This is the only one I picked up, which is the 8.4% chocolate orange tiramisu tropical white stout with cacao and orange. What a mouthful. I picked this up randomly at one of my nearest bottle shops, fabulous little micro pub down in Hanwell outside of Ealing called the Dodo. So I can't remember the price. I never check the price of the beers there. It's either you buy it or you don't. Do you want it or not? They have markups. Don't worry about the price. I just wanted it. I saw they had it, so I bought it at 8.4%. Don't know what price it was. Doesn't matter. Let's get it into a glass. So I know it's going to be different because I haven't had that white stout last week. This one actually says it was a white stout. I was a bit surprised by that vocation because nowhere did it actually say white stout apart from it being white chocolate. So anyway, so yeah, not unexpectedly, it's got that kind of orange tinged, kind of almost coppery golden ale kind of note to it. I put it in the Czech beer glass because it's the next best bowl glass I have. Pivovar Vic from Czech Republic, and I picked up one of theirs again last week because I noticed they were at Trembling Madness, also left field. So I picked up an oatmeal stout from them because it's something different from Czech Republic. Anyway, more about Pivovar Vic another time. But yeah, I guess we're fully aware of Siren, probably fully aware of the Caribbean chocolate cake series. And as I say, this came out before Christmas, so literally everybody else in the world has had this before me. There's a slight redness to the tinge on that on camera. Quite bubbly head development. Hasn't really, I don't know if it's going to stay around or not. But yeah, a lovely kind of golden orangey colour. I'm still trying to get that cream note out of my mouth, really. Because I don't really expect this one to be creamy, particularly. I know David Wilson's had it, being easily accessible to get Siren stuff, and he enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it more than the other 3 on the Caribbean chocolate cake? I haven't actually indulged. I haven't had a Siren beer for a while. I've got a couple in the stash. I used to buy stuff direct from Siren, back in early pandemic days, and I haven't really. Again, in supermarkets a lot. Won't find this in there. But yeah, did you enjoy this one more than the other 3 in that Caribbean chocolate cake range? It is so different because it's not a dark stout, a chocolatey stout. But yeah, chocolate orange tiramisu. Now tiramisu, weird because tiramisu's coffee. I don't really get orange and coffee necessarily. I've had maybe one other beer that's orange and coffee. Before that head properly dissipates, let's get a nose. Yeah, there's a little kind of like smelling a Terry's chocolate orange that you don't get immediately chocolate or orange. It's just sort of the hint there, some little droplets of orange maybe. A sort of gingery edge almost, maybe. Or maybe again, I'm just thinking there is. I'm not sure. Anyway, cheers and enjoy your stouts, whatever concoction they are. Cheers. Okay. Really, really similar in mouthfeel to that vocation one. And I think I said with that, it was a kind of Tizer stroke iron brew type mouthfeel, like kind of fizzy, sweet, sort of orangey, spicy orange kind of thing. And there is that with this as well. Not fully sure where the chocolate is. Very warming. There's definitely a spice kind of note to it. It's got a very warming feel to it. A little kind of this, yeah. So I said what I said about that vocation one was barley sugar, and I hated barley sugar as a kid. My nan used to love them, always sucking on a barley sugar, and it's got that kind of slight sugary roughness and that kind of whatever that spice note is. But there is a smoothness in the same way that Tizer Iron Brew, what was the other one I said, has got that kind of bubbles that bounce off the tongue kind of thing, but a little bit of smoothness in the middle. Not really so much on the chocolate for me. Yeah, there is a coffee note. There is a kind of spongy kind of coffee note going on. I'm immediately judging it against that vocation one, which is not entirely unfair, I don't think. It's got very similar qualities to it. This one is smoother in that more boiled sweet kind of smoothness. That one was more smoother in that kind of sugary kind of sweetness, I think. Definitely a very strange one. If you'd given that to me blind, I would nowhere near go a stout, even a white stout, because it's not. It's not even a stout in that it's got that kind of chocolatey coffee maltiness going on. It's just sort of there in the background. Simo, how you doing, sir? Yeah, not too bad. Having a little Sunday session because I'm not going out, not up for work as such in the morning. So I thought I'd bosh down some stouts on Stout Sunday, including, well, mostly some weird stouts, including this odd little number from Siren, orange tiramisu, which I don't quite understand. I'm not marking them down for that because I'm not like doing numbers anyway. But yeah, it's kind of odd, really odd, sort of, but not odd in a bad way. Odd in just really different and interesting. Again, a bit like that vocation one was last week. I tell you, it doesn't also. It sort of doesn't feel as strong as the ABV suggests, say compared to that one, which wasn't strong but suggested a bit stronger. That was racing towards a 7 or 8%. This one feels just like a bit more like a 5-6%. Like I say, it's kind of a golden ale kind of thing going on, with a slight touch of what I think coppery kind of ales are meant to be, except the fact they come up with that copper note. There's no copper note to this, but only that colour. And it's got that kind of, yeah, really light kind of body wrapped around some strong flavours. There's this orange drops coming through again. I played Doom, kind of a quiet evening. Went a little top of the hill this weekend. I didn't see any. I saw a bit yesterday when I got home from work, and I was gonna, because I got home reasonably early, and I had a couple after work, and I thought, oh, I can't see who was on the stream, and I sort of just sat there and went, oh, actually, I don't want another beer. And I just had a cup of tea and went to bed in the end because I knew I was getting up and going back and doing it all again tomorrow, except without the sans beer today. So yeah, sorry I didn't see anybody stream last night. I just, yeah, I went to bed in the end. I was knackered. A little bit more energy today. Hence, I've done an hour and a half on a stream, probably because I've got 4 drinks today rather than a standard 3, but one is just a sort of periphery kind of drink. I don't feel the need to have a shot of that with this. On that one, I felt the need to have a shot with that with the hot Foundry malarkey. This one, I thought it would just complement it rather than that one. I thought would improve it. This one, it's so far different as a stout. You know, it's the opposite end of the stout spectrum. This is very much more of a sipper in a completely different way to the previous one. Yeah, I'm still not sure whether I like that confusing use of the word stout. I mean, it clearly is. It's just it's a style. It's a thing. I know that. But this one and that vocation one is the best white stouts I think I've had in a long while, because there's something a bit different in white stouts. They are less confusing in that there's so much more defined flavour that isn't a chocolatey coffee malty flavour from the malts, if you know what I mean. Obviously, this has got a bit of adjunct in it. I don't think I need to look at the best before, but just for completeness, our best before 28th of the 10th, 25. I guess that's the can, 28th of the 10th, 24. So yeah, always going to be well in date, especially with an 8.4% on the ABV. Right, so what Siren say about this anyway. A Caribbean chocolate cake special inspired by rich, decadent tiramisu. Picture biscuits doused in espresso and orange liqueur, cream and mascarpone whipped with melted chocolate, topped by a generous dusting of cocoa powder. Yeah, I suppose, Siren. If you tell people what to taste, that's what they'll taste, and I'm a sucker for that. I do a lot of psychosomatic drinking. I'm not getting the creaminess particularly. I see the orange liqueur. That's where the sort of spirity strength is from. There is a bit of orange going on. I'm not really getting decadent tiramisu, if I'm honest. Fucking nose. Fucking itchy. I mean, it's sort of there in the background. Again, it's like I said about this one, about if you get an Irish coffee in a restaurant after dinner. I did used to have, rather than an Irish coffee, I'm sure I used to have a Cointreau coffee, and that's what this has kind of got. But the coffee is not massively prevalent any more than orange, but it's definitely there. It's sort of, you just know it's there in the background. Really interesting, really different. Plenty to find, especially if you go and look at that description. You can then kind of find tiramisu if you look for it, but I'm not sure. I mean, if it'd been a different beer in precursor to this, that was so much like tiramisu because it was dessert in a glass, but it was banoffee pie rather than tiramisu. So I'm not finding that creamy decadence in this because that was so creamy and decadent. I like it. Don't get me wrong; it's great. It doesn't quite match the description for me, but only because I'm sort of bringing my own description in a way. I always rate a can on how they advertise. Yeah, I mean, I don't ascribe number ratings to beers because I think it's A, subjective, and B, it's very, very difficult to get any nuance of a beer from a rating when you go like 4.5 or 4.8. Once you get up to 4.9, there's nowhere else to go. And yeah, but the can artwork on this is great, isn't it? Really, hits all the right notes. Orange suggests kind of a decadent kind of stout. Whether it hits the mark of a decadent stout, it's still a great beer. Whether it hits that mark or not is again slightly subjective, but it's definitely got that orange liqueur thing going on. It's definitely got a spirity kind of hit without being any kind of barrel ageness going on. I think that stoutness, that kind of stout maltiness, comes a little bit later, maybe. But then there's still those kind of orange pips, little explosions of kind of orange going on. I'm not convinced by tiramisu. There's a sort of vague notional coffee note going on. Again, probably from the malt, I guess, but I like it. It's nice. It's the least this and the vocation one, the least confusing white stout I've had for a while. A lot of other white stouts have a big malty kind of coffee chocolate background. This is sort of that's dissipated by the other flavors, the orangeness in this one, for example. I like it. It's really interesting, really different, really nice. Still a bit confusing. I was Vault City Pina Colada, but rated poor because it didn't taste like Pina Colada. Yeah, I watched that video, and I'm not sure that I think what they do when you say beer is Pina Colada beer, it's either coming from the hops or the adjuncts, and it's never going to be like, if you want a Pina Colada, just have a Pina Colada. Whereas because it's a beer and because it's a sour, it's going to taste a bit different. I'm not saying you're wrong. You like obviously say it like it is on the video. I find Pina Colada really difficult myself because I always say coconut is a flavour in beer that I just can't pick up. I cannot get a coconut. If I eat a coconut, it tastes like a coconut. But if I eat a Bounty bar, it tastes like coconut. But in beer, can't get coconut. I don't know why. Yeah, exactly. Everybody does their own thing. So I'm not saying anybody particularly is wrong. But yeah, Pina Colada is. I nearly said penis colada there, didn't I? Oh, I did say penis colada. Pina Colada is a really difficult one for me because of that coconut thing. And if you don't get the balance between coconut and pineapple right, Pina Colada beers, I think some people say, you stick to one or the other. You want beer to taste like beer. There's no reason beer can't taste like Pina Colada. But if it doesn't, then fair play. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you got pint. Yeah. I think that's a palate thing rather than necessarily a beer thing, say either from the hops or actual adjuncts. So yeah, I sort of I always put my hand up. Say if I can't taste it, it might not be because it's a bad beer. It's just I can still enjoy the beer, to be honest. Like I say, white stouts are a different matter because they're a bit confusing generally. Ooh. What else was I going to say tonight? Oh yeah, the 1K thing. Yeah, so we went over 1,000 subs. Don't know how we did that. If you're one of the people that's just joined any time in the last God, it's nearly 7 years this year. So yeah, thanks to that. Thanks to everybody. I will endeavour. I'm still trying to get videos out for that, and if not, I'll just carry on doing the lives. I will try and let us know what do you want us to do for a 1,000 sub special. And I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do that. I've got a few beers in mind that I could do for a 1,000 sub special, but it will just be like a regular stream. It'd just be like cobbling 3 beers together in a vague kind of theme, which I'm happy to do, by the way. Which I might just do that on Tuesday if I can bang 4 lives out in a row, because I've got one for tomorrow. I've got one for Wednesday if I can get around to actually editing that video to support the live. Or I might just bin the video off and do the live anyway. It's going to be Weird Beer Wednesday. He said Weird Beard. Remember them? Weird Beer Wednesday. Missing Mild in May, Mild Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday's available. Don't think I'm going to work Wednesday, so I might do a Tuesday stream anyway. And then we'll just leave Thursday free for everybody else, I guess. Or I might do Thursday one as well, depending on what we do work-wise. Yeah, back at work Friday, so like might take it easy on Thursday night. Yo, Square Table Degenerates. Do you know what? Funnily enough, I'll put that post out. Rode one of your line bikes with your stickers on. It's not his sticker. For anybody who doesn't know, this is Joey Edibles from Square Table Degenerates podcast. And I rode another line bike with another edible sticker on it the other day. Didn't take a photo. Yeah, keep thinking of Joey just by riding line bikes. How strange that. Are you going to pick me up from Heathrow Airport in the morning? I will always give you a pickup, Joey. You have a fantastic voice, and your hair looks amazing. If that's not a good enough pick me up, I don't know what is. You never know. I will definitely tell you how to get out of the airport on public transport, and if push comes to shove, yeah, I could pop up at the airport. It's only a short bus ride from me. I could secure some transport. Let's see what happens in October. Jerry Edibles from Square Table Degenerates visiting Great Britain, doing his bit for intercontinental relations. Who knows what the state of actual intercontinental relations will be by October. I'm going to pass on coming to the football with you though, because it's not proper football, and I've already been to Spurs Stadium, so I don't need to go there again. But unless it's for actual football, but yes, hopefully, who knows what'll happen there. I don't even know what day October the 30th. I don't even know what day next week is. I don't even know what I'm doing next week. I don't even know what I'm doing at the weekend, but it's £225. What, to get into the football? They saw you coming, sir. I saw. Oh look, come all the way to London and spend £225 to see a game that nobody understands outside of America. Like, I'm joking. I'm not, but I'll be partying 4 days through. Are you just coming for 4 days? You just coming for the weekend in October? Fair play. I'll do my best, sir. I'll do my best. Up the Spurs. Do you know? I didn't even know. Apparently, Spurs have still got a football team. I didn't realise. Apparently, they won something or other. I thought they'd given up a long time ago and gone to play Aussie rules or something. Don't worry, I say that for every fucking team. It's just my little standard joke. Have they still got a team? Are they still playing? I say that to Jerry as well. Landing morning the 3rd, leaving night the 7th. Game is the 5th. We'll sort something out. I'm sure we can sort something out by then. Yeah, it's a little bit like saying American football teams are the World Series, aren't they? Or no, that's baseball, isn't it? World Series, and only American teams are playing. Champions of some part of Europe. Yeah, the NFL decided to play some games outside of America for no apparent reason, apart from trying to garner interest. They've played in London before, played in Wembley, but apparently they're playing at Spurs Stadium. In October, Joey's coming over for it. That'd be a whirlwind. I mean, it's always a whirlwind when Joey's in town. But yeah, be a whirlwind. I guess is it a weekend? I presume. But yeah, we'll try and sort something out. Definitely near the time. Have they? Oh, okay. Because it used to be at Wembley. Well, no, it's a Spurs, so fair play. No, it'll be a great weekend. I tell you what, it's a fair shout. At least one of these, I'll be on the bar at the brewery, so pop in. I guess. Yeah, we'll see what happens in there. Making every effort to come down for drinks that weekend. Have a little interest in egg ball. Yeah, but if you book, yeah, definitely, I agree. So is London to Preston, by the way. But if you book far enough in advance, apparently you can get it for quite cheap. been enough at Wembley, but not been Spurs for it. Who is playing? So Joey's team is the Bills. Is it the no? Browns. Yes, Browns. Browns versus Vikings. Up the Vikings. Much better colour and much better logo, in my opinion. Oh yeah, Cleveland Browns, isn't it? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, get one 6 weeks beforehand. I work at a tiny little microbrewery called Perivale up the west end of the Central Line. Don't really get out much. Very, very small yet. And yeah, just have a little tap room on a farm up the far end of the Central Line, in the other end of literally the other end of line, the other end of the line to you in Leighton. It's a bit of a trek on the Central Line. Unless you get on in central London, in which case it's only about 8 stops. But they say everyone can see Aurora Borealis tonight. We'll stand up then, and we won't be able to see Aurora Borealis. No, I can't see anything out there. It's really dark now. No, can't see any. Well, I'm in London, so we don't get to see anything like that. Although apparently we did the other month. Those guys much further north, Adam, for example, might be able to look out the window and see it. It's fairly easy drinking for a beer that's kind of complex and got that kind of, I could say, that kind of barley sugar, kind of slightly spicy, although nondescript spices. That kind of orange note is definitely there. I'm still not sure about the tiramisu, but yeah, it's a fairly easy sip of that. Even 8.4%. I like it. I really like it. I still a bit perplexed and confused by it, mainly because I can't see the suggested notes that much. But be good to come to Imperial as well. Hoping my unregistered, completely legal Oyster card. Well, yeah, give it a go. I have no problem with you having a completely legal. Yeah, you can. Yeah, unregistered cards are fine. You just tap in, I guess, top up. Oh, okay. You said Leighton's nearby. 38 minutes. How fast are you driving? But fair play. No, we're the opposite side of London to Leighton, so I mean London's not far. It's massive, but it will take definitely more than 38 minutes to drive across London. So unless you're much further in, but yeah, Perville. Yeah, I'll do a video about it at some point. I keep banging on about it. I've got one planned, but I'm terrible at knocking out videos. Which is why I'm surprised. Oh, you're north. Oh, to the north. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So North London. Right. Yeah. It's like that same. Yeah. Okay. These beers have hit tonight. I boshed them down fairly quick. They're all different stouts, really. Just really weird versions of your base stout, and they've hit hard. I've liked them. I've really enjoyed it. I don't know which one's the best. Probably the Gravity Well. This one's pretty decent. But Gravity Well was mad. I still don't really understand what this is. Stout. It's not infused with stout. It's just a vague notional stout, kind of cream liqueur. But if you're talking cream liqueur, the Gravity Well is cream liqueur in a pint glass, pretty much. This one I knew was going to be totally different from the white stout last week. So, yeah, really interesting for me anyway, lineup of slightly random and different stouts from the norm. I don't know if Stout Sunday is going to be a thing. You know, I like a bit of alliteration and getting the theme going. I have got plenty of other stouts. I may do one next week because I say I've got the quiz to do, so I'll be bouncing from that. Maybe I've got oatmeal stouts to line up against each other. Maybe I'll do that, or just some random stouts. In the meantime, no, next door. Next door. No, we have a small tap space, not even a tap room, because we don't have any walls or a roof. We are so small that although we can now rather than bottles, we don't get enough out to really get past the weekend. So we've got to do some more canning this week. And we've got to get a regularity of canning stuff. So although we do mail order, we don't have enough cans since we did mail order to get them out on a regular basis. But we've got to sort that out. I say I only work there. It's not my brewery, but it is my brewery because I work there, if you know what I mean. And yeah, the only thing we do on the bar generally is our own beers. Don't get guest scales in apart from some specific requirements sometimes, but yeah, it's really small. Oh, fair play. Yeah, no, come see us, man. We have plenty of kegs of very pale. If you're a brewery called Perivale and you brew a pale ale, of course the only thing you can call it is very pale, and I love it. Some people still just get that. And I love seeing people do a double tap. I'm going, oh, I understand. I get that now. And it is a really good beer. New Zealand hop pale ale, to be fair. Although I'm a bit biased. But yeah, as long as you get, I'm there most weekends, to be fair. As long as it's when I'm working on a bar, just come and say hello. You're most welcome. First pints on me. Yeah. Brilliant. It's really, and after that, all the other beers have got most of the other beers have got very in the name. Not all of them, but yeah, it's just very, very crisp, very brick, very dodo. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. It's a fun place. It's a really nice place. On that note, I'm gonna go and top up this glass because there's a lot of cream left in it. So I'm gonna go and base a cocktail, and there's still some chocolate stout in the bottom of that. So I'm gonna chuck that in there and do a long milky cocktail and just enjoy the rest of a quite balmy Sunday night, Sunday session, Stout Sunday, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, thanks to everybody in chat who's popped in and said hello and joined us, whether you got a beer or not. Thanks to everybody of the now 1,000 odd subscribers. Oh, if you're watching this and you're still watching this and you haven't subscribed, click the button down below to do it because it don't cost nothing. I don't ask for subscribers that often. I'll do it once, pretty much and once only. So yeah, subscribe, click the like button because it's free and fun and doesn't cost you anything. And the algorithm loves it, and it's free at the point of dispense. Have a great one. I think I'm putting one up tomorrow night. I'm going to do the mild stream tomorrow night. You're very kind. Thank you very much indeed, White Gloves. Yeah, and then come back again for the next one. So I got one Monday, got one Wednesday, might do one Tuesday anyway. And well, see how it goes. Whatever you're doing, whatever the beer is, yeah, absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of the week if I don't see you again. And if I do, you're most welcome. Whatever you're doing, cheers and enjoy the beers. For me, it's all about the beers. It's been a great stream. I've really enjoyed it. Really random look at something a bit different. You've all been fantastic. I've been Disco of just Disco beer reviews. Yeah, well, oh yes, I've got an outro. Yeah, I'm going to do the outro. So yeah, cheers. Thanks very much, all. Have a great weekend, have a great week, and cheers and enjoy the beers. believe enough to lose control.